Oh, it's a big question of advice, isn't it? Because I don't really know all the answers either, but there's a couple of things that I think have helped me in the last sort of few years figure things out for my career, but also for life as well, is that I think we sometimes think of big picture stuff too readily and put too much pressure on ourselves to think of where we want to get to, what we're trying to achieve and where we're striving to, when actually everything else just comes by one step at a time. And so I think if you enjoy what you're doing now and the moment, then the next thing sort of starts to fall into place. So that's one of the things I was talking about in my speech, is that just focus on the next step and enjoy your here and now. The big stuff, where you want to get to, will all sort of work out in the end. Because if you worry too much about that stuff, you're not enjoying life, and then sort of moments go past you, which is a real shame. So definitely that. Also, I think comparison as well is hard now, isn't it? I live on Insta as much as the next man. You know, you compare yourself all the time in the age of social media. We do it incessantly. It's sort of our nature at the moment, and I think that can be really negative. So try to enjoy your own achievements and your own stuff just because it's important for you, and not think about anybody else. So those are two of my sort of messages that I mentioned in the speech. But what do I know? Because I do those things wrong all the time, but I'm trying. So I loved my time at Cardiff University. Like, it was really formative. I think I'm definitely the person who I am now because of the experiences I had. There were 8 of us living in 28 Llanbleddion Gardens, and the thought of looking at that kitchen now makes me feel a little bit sick inside. But one of my happiest memories is meeting people from all over the world, meeting some of my best friends, and learning how to get on with people from all sorts of different backgrounds and stuff. I did a law degree, so learning about the law was really interesting, but I think it's all the other stuff as well that made me sort of really enjoy my time at Cardiff, and having all those mates and all those experiences that I wouldn't have had if I hadn't have come here. But a special shout out to the Cardiff University Cobras American football team, where I played and coached, and in fact one of them was getting a doctorate today, who I coached 15 years ago. How amazing is that? So I loved my time coaching the Cobras. That's going to be a highlight. Yeah, so I hobbled across the stage in 2008. Also, how old does that footage look? It was only less than 20 years ago. It was filmed 100 years ago. And I did that initially playing American football for the Cardiff University Cobras. We used to train Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays, usually with a bit of a bad head on a Sunday. The dedication of that team. One of my groomsmen was a fellow Cobra. We're still friends to this day. Loads of us from the team of 2003 to 2005 to 2008. And so being part of that team was really important to me then, and also really important to me now. And I think that wasn't a part of university I was expecting to be so important to me in my life. But honestly, the friends I made from that team, the experiences we had, learning how to lose, learning how to win, and like being there for each other through thick and thin, all that sort of stuff. I learned as a Cobra. I met my wife, actually. I should mention that, really. My wife was in the cheerleading team, so I met her there. So I owe a lot to the Cardiff Cobras.